Hello, this is Mr. Ayala again. I'm going to do a video on how I want you to use color pencils to create your gumball project. Okay, and the gumball basically is a sphere, and here I have my little box of color pencils all ready to go and all sharpened. Okay. Now we're going to use the sphere as the theme throughout our gumball assignment, designing a gumball machine and then filling it up with different shapes of gumballs. The thing that I want you to realize is that it does not have to be a perfect sphere, perfect circle, whatever. And I'm going to show you how to, vaguely, in a very general way, how to blend the colors to create different effects. What I'd like to do is I'm going to start off with the lightest color, like a yellow. Okay, and normally I will, I have my erasers ready too. Okay, normally I would start with drawing a circle. Now the way you draw a circle is now, you know what? I don't think you're going to be able to see the yellow, so I'm going to go with a darker color. Only so that you can see what I'm drawing, okay? But I would start with yellow, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle. Now I'm going to go around and around and around and around and around until I find that circle, okay? So I'm gonna go through all these little lines that I've created, and I'm going to go ahead and try to find the line that makes the circle nice. Now you can use that technique where I showed you how to make a perfect let me see if I can get this camera right though. Okay, sorry about that. That technique where I showed you where you can make a perfect circle, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so I have my circle. This is a little on the big side, but I'm doing this because of reasons of recording. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, from right around here, I'm going to create the shadow that's going to be cast. Okay, cast shadow. Okay, so my circle is not perfectly square. It does not matter to me. Let me center this. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to start with the lightest color, which is yellow, and I'm just going to go ahead. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to create like a crescent shape with my yellow. Okay, I'm not going all the way to the edge. I'm leaving a little sliver between the yellow and this orange line, but I'm going to create a crescent circle. Okay, a crescent shape, okay, within this circle. Excuse me if I mumble, but I'm trying to do art and talk at the same time, and I have a hard time walking and chewing gum, so okay. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and shade this like I would normally a sphere. I'm going to do this rather fast because for time constraints, to get you guys going into this scene. Okay, so we're going to basically go with light colors and work our way through the spectrum, going from light to dark. Now, analogous colors would work the best, but it's kind of fun to experiment, you know. Analogous colors which are next to each other in the color wheel, blend a lot better. But I like to be experimental. I think that if you keep that mentality of being experimental in mind and not follow formulas all the time, you're going to make some really neat discoveries. Okay, so I went ahead and shaded this or added value, I should say, like you would a normal sphere. I don't know if you can see that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to darken this, going over the color with the next color. Excuse me, wait. Okay. Which is orange. Okay, so I'm going to go over, but not quite as far out, and you're going to be able to see this crescent shape a little better on this next pass. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with the orange and go right over the yellow. Okay, now the thing about this assignment, what I find, what I really stress upon you guys is to have fun with it. Don't make it a chore. It's fun to color. Everybody loves to color. When you're little kids, you used to color all the time. You remember when you got that brand new box of 36, 40, whatever, 120 colors. How fun that was. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Again, I'm going to do this really, really fast. I'm shading. I keep saying shading, excuse me. I am adding value. Now, I'm using orange, which is an analogous color, which, it relates to the yellow. But what I'm wanting for you to do is just pick something that's a little darker. Even if it weren't orange. As long as it's a little darker. The next layer, so to speak. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over this with my yellow. This is called burnishing. This is really neat here. It's where you go ahead and you use the previous color and you go over the next color and you smooth it all out. Okay, there you go. Now I left a little area of white there because that's going to be where the light is coming from. And, as you guys all know already, probably, because, this is art 2, that the light is coming from, like, somewhere around that direction, or this direction here, something like that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and burnish this next layer upon that one. Okay, fun. Don't be too concerned about making mistakes, okay? Color pencils are erasable. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Now, there's some really soft, good quality color pencils that you can actually, with your finger, use to blend, I like Crayola. They're very good general use color pencil. They're not too hard and they're not too soft. They're just right, like the fairy tale says. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that little sliver right here between the, it actually will probably kind of disappear over here a little bit more, so. Okay, so what would be another color that's darker? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead now from the yellow to the orange to the red. Now there's one step that I could use here. I could use this one or this one. I think I'm going to use the darker one. Okay, now I'm going to go back again. And then this time it's that crescent shape again, but not nearly as large as the next one, as the previous one, I should say. Okay, so here we go. Color. I'm having fun. And that's the main thing here. Okay, now remember, in your gumball assignment, you're going to design a container that's going to house a variety of gumballs. Now, your gumballs don't have to be perfectly round, like I said earlier. They can be oval, elliptical. They can sag on one side or the other. Look a little bit more organic. That's fun too. Okay, and don't forget that part of the grading is going to be based on the design you use for your container. I mean, I don't want you just using a round jar to put these gumballs in. Make it interesting. Make the container itself exciting to look at. Okay, now can you see that? There you go.